Hello, welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Sean Dyche has held his press conference ahead of Sunday's trip to West Ham United. The press conference started with a moment's silence for the passing of Everton chairman Bill Kenwright. And the first question to Sean Dyche was his thoughts on Bill Kenwright, and he played this lovely tribute.
We'd sort of rallied as a group. You know, obviously some had a bigger connection with the chairman than others due to their time here, particularly Seamus. Myself in a different way, obviously being quite close to him over a period that was difficult for him and his family as well with illness. It's a big loss, that's for sure.
Yeah. Close to us.
No, he's always, he's incredibly supportive. I was reading some of Moyes' comments, saying as a young manager how supportive he was. He was supportive to me, sort of older manager, if you like, a bit more rounded in it. And he was nothing but supportive, even through some hard times. He's been someone to pick up the phone to, always got time for you, and always wanted to find out what was going on really, and get a touch base with what the feel in the camp was, the players, the mood, individuals, and often telling me all of his wisdom about Everton Football Club and what we should be doing. So, but always in a supportive way. I must make that clear.
What were those pearls of wisdom?
No, last season was, it's fair to say that we shared a moment that is an odd big moment, of course, because you don't want to be having big moments that are at the bottom of the league, but to stay up on the last day in the fashion we did, and to sort of share that with him, that was a big moment, and he felt probably differently than me how big that was, after a tough season for many different reasons. So that was certainly a very big moment, one that he was very pleased with and very proud of.
Yeah, there you go. So obviously, lovely tributes from the manager, and there will be a minute's silence ahead of the West Ham game on Sunday for Bill Kenwright, and of course Bobby Charlton as well, who sadly passed away last weekend. And I'm sure Everton will be announcing more in the coming days on what tributes will be paid on Wednesday against Burnley, and of course against Brighton at the weekend as well. And there's a lovely tribute actually paid last night at Anfield as well, for Bill Kenwright as well. So nice to see that happening as well. Obviously, Sean Dyche was asked about the team news and the situation regarding Seamus Coleman, Dele and Andre Gomez.
Seamus is back at training with us fully now, but obviously he's been out for quite a while, so he will need more of just training to get that sort of general fitness, and then games as well, because of the length of time. Dele's still a bit away, Andre's still a bit away as well.
So obviously Sean Dyche reporting there on Seamus Coleman, which good. We've seen the pictures this week with them training at Goodison Park. So great news about Seamus Coleman. Be interesting to see whether he'll feature on the bench on Sunday, because obviously with Ashley Young being suspended, if Nathan Patterson does step up into the first team, then a backup right back with someone like Seamus' experience would be huge. So, and obviously, as I said, with the Burnley game as well on Wednesday, it'd be interesting to see Gomez and Dele. I honestly not sure we'll ever see either of them play for Everton. I honestly don't. I just don't. Certainly with the Dele situation and the finances, I just can't see either of them ever playing for Everton. But we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens. And we know Dele did have a setback recently and has been trying very hard to get back into fitness. But Sean Dyche, obviously, with the news this week, was asked about the situation regarding the independent commission and the possibility of Everton facing a 12-point deduction.
I think there's loads of stories out there about things nowadays, particularly things of this type, but at the end of the day, it's the commission will decide, and when they do, we'll find out.
Does it feel like the pressure's been cranked up somewhat with that, even that possibility?
No, I think, to be honest, ever since I've been here, there's been pressure. There's pressure on all sorts, around Everton Football Club, and we've been trying to sort of stay calm within lots of different challenges here. I think we mostly have done, trying to get things right on the pitch, or better, certainly. And trying to improve other areas of the club. And there's so much noise here, to be honest, that it's just another part of it, and like I say, trying to change the noise, put it in a more positive feel about the club, not just the team, about the whole club. We're trying to work to do that, and every time you're just about getting there, another thing comes up. So it's one of them things.
So there you go. Sean Dyche very much keeping his powder dry about the 12, rumoured, leak, 12-point deduction that has been spoke about in the press. We'll have to wait and see. The commission apparently is all done now, and Everton will have to wait weeks to find out as the commission goes away and reviews all the evidence given, or the evidence given by both sides on this. So it's going to probably be December, early December, I imagine, when we find out what is going on with the commission and if they were to lose, what punishments Everton would face. And then if they do lose, I imagine Everton will appeal it if they feel like they have grounds to. So we'll have to wait and see. Moving away from Sean Dyche's press conference, well, he was actually asked about it. Sean Dyche was asked about Abdoulaye Doucouré and whether he is set to sign a new contract. Fabrizio Romano reporting this on Thursday night, that he was set to sign a new contract. Sean Dyche said that Everton were continually speaking to players' agents, and Doucouré was one of those players. He signed a 1-year extension this year. That was part of his contract. Everton will probably hope to tie him down, I imagine, and maybe that'll be news that we hear more in the coming weeks. Maybe it's at the early stages, because obviously with the players Everton have got, Everton could be very light in midfield in the summer if they don't get some of these players tied down, and Doucouré being one of them. And obviously Doucouré has been in good form for Sean Dyche. He's been a very important player for Sean Dyche. And what we saw last season was the wheels come off a little bit when he got sent off against Spurs and got suspended. The wheels really did come off. So be interesting to see over the coming days what happens with this. It's rumoured that it's till 2025 with an option of another year after that. So we'll see in the coming days what happens on that. Everton's potential new owners, 777, have provided in the region of 80 million of funds. This is reported by Alan Myers. Obviously, this is ahead of the fit and proper test and going through all that, which again should be decided in December. There is talk that if the buy did fail because of that could be turned into equity, and maybe they would have a small stakeholding in the football club, and maybe then they would still be in charge, but obviously not own the club fully, and maybe would go through the process a lot slower. Then we'll have to wait and see. But that's a hell of a lot of money, isn't it? That's a hell of a lot of money for something that might or might not happen. They must be very, very confident of it going through, or they must be very confident of their plan, regardless of what the Premier League say. And that might start out with a smaller shareholding in the club, which is what the talk was regarding MSP, wasn't it? A couple of months ago, talk was they were going to buy 25% and build up slowly, and they wouldn't have to go through the process at the start, and they would have people on the board. So we could see that 777, if they don't pass that fit and proper test, might start off with a small percentage in the club, but essentially run the football club because they'll have people in the places of power. So we'll wait and see how that plays. It's just another fascinating element of everything that's going on at Everton at the moment. And finally, the Everton versus Burnley game in the Carabao Cup next Wednesday is sold out. That's fantastic news that game is sold out. A full house under the lights. I'm sure there'll be some fantastic tributes getting paid to Bill Kenwright on the night as well. So a great opportunity as well for Everton to get through to the next round of the Carabao Cup as well. So looking forward to that one next week. Don't forget, check out the match preview, West Ham United versus Everton. There's been some great live content over on Toffee TV Premier this week. Make sure you check it out. The link is in the description, and the QR code is coming up on the screen now. See you later.